HOA Karen fired warning shots at my ranch she didn't know. Her 24 resort needed my water rights. The first gunshot echoed across my ranch just after sunrise. I dropped the fence post I was carrying and looked toward the ridge overlooking my property. A second shot cracked through the air, scattering a herd of cattle. Then I saw her, Karen Whitmore, owner of the luxury Silver Creek resort that had recently opened next to my family's ranch. She stood on the hill with 2 security guards beside her holding a rifle. My blood ran cold. I immediately called the sheriff. By the time deputies arrived, Karen had already left. But that morning was only the beginning of a fight that would destroy everything. She had spent $24 million building. And she had absolutely no idea. My name is Daniel Carter. My family had owned Carter Ranch in Montana for over 80 years. 5 generations had worked this land. The ranch wasn't glamorous. We didn't have fancy lodges or celebrity visitors. What we did have was something far more valuable. Water. A natural spring flowed from the mountains and fed Silver Creek, the only reliable water source for nearly 20 miles. My grandfather had secured legal water rights decades earlier. Back then, nobody thought much about it, until Karen arrived. 3 years before the shooting incident, she purchased the neighboring property. Soon, construction crews flooded the valley. They built luxury cabins, swimming pools, restaurants, hiking trails, and a massive resort designed for wealthy tourists. Everyone in town talked about it. $24 million invested, hundreds of jobs promised. Karen acted like she owned the entire valley. At first, I tried being friendly. I introduced myself, offered help, explained local weather patterns and wildlife concerns. She barely listened. "Once this resort opens," she said confidently, "this entire area will revolve around me." That was the first warning sign. Problems started almost immediately. Her guests ignored property lines. ATVs crossed my pastures. Campers left trash near my cattle. Several fences were damaged. Whenever I complained, Karen blamed everyone except herself. Then she demanded access to my spring, not asked, demanded. According to her, the resort's water system needed additional supply during peak tourist season. I politely refused. The water rights belonged to my ranch. Always had, always would. Karen wasn't happy. She threatened lawsuits. She threatened political connections. She even offered millions to purchase the rights. I declined every time. My grandfather taught me one lesson: never sell something your grandchildren might need. For nearly 2 years, the conflict simmered. Then came the morning of the gunshots. Sheriff Dawson arrived later that afternoon.